It's about rebuilding the game from scratch and adding new content and modern enhancements into the mix, but never ever betraying the original. We want fans of Dead Space to rediscover Dead Space as if for the first time, but with everything familiar and recognizable. This is what the project leads at Motive have to say about the upcoming Dead Space Remake, which is due out in January of 2023. Sure, you could just find a copy of the original, but here is a short list of why you need to play the Dead Space Remake. Internally, Dead Space Remake has to be looking fantastic because this is Motive Studios' first game on their own, and since they've already gotten the green light for the recently announced Iron Man game, EA must feel very confident on what they're doing with Dead Space to have them lead another project already. During development, Motive gathered people that they identified as the hardcore members of the Dead Space community and met with them every 6 weeks. Even though Motive might be confident in the direction that they were taking, it ensured that an outside perspective with valuable input could add constructive criticism and make sure that the project remained faithful to the original. In the many years post-release of the original Dead Space, the IP took many different forms, including the 2 sequels, the downloadable standalone titles, and even some animated series. This means that the story drastically expanded, and Motive has re-injected this lore back into the game. Some characters that only appeared in audio logs are now going to have some screen time, and there will be a whole bunch of new narrative side quests that will help build out the world, including what happened to Nicole during the outbreak. We have already discussed how much more immersive the technology of today will make Dead Space, from the lighting to the animation and the audio. However, in the most recent blog from the studio, modern hardware is going to allow the team to create Dead Space as one sequential shot. This was done in God of War 2018, and this added a level of cinematic and immersion that is almost yet to be rivaled. From the moment you start the game to the moment you end the game, there are no camera cuts or load screens unless you die. It's now fully interconnected. Visit the entire ship, revisit locations you've already completed. It's now a completely unbroken experience. There is strong sentiment on some of our last videos about Dead Space about why anyone would need to play the remake when you can just play the original, again, as it still holds up in most aspects. But all of these changes are making Dead Space Remake a completely new experience, even if you've already played it.